Hi guys and welcome to Cricket Caviar. And today we are talking about the Indore test. It's tightly poised. 76 runs Australia need, but will they be able to make it? 76 runs, probably 25 more than Australia would have liked, and 25 less than what India would have liked. So it's very dicey right now, and a very interesting match. Let's go back to Delhi and Nagpur. What happened there, especially Delhi? Australia got ostracized for playing the sweep shot. They were getting out on variable bounce. They were trying to play the cross batted shots, and the ball was skidding below the bat. The ball was bouncing. They were not able to. They collapsed for 28 for 8, I think, and they got bowled out for 113 runs. And they lost the match in the second innings there. Whereas they clearly had the advantage in the first innings. They got the lead of, they should have got a bigger lead, but they got the lead of 1 run. And it was only because of Akshar Patel's innings that they only just got the lead of 1 run. They should have got at least a lead of 100 runs there, as India was 139 for 7. And they should have leveled the series there, but India escaped because of Akshar Patel. They escaped, and then the Aussie collapse of 28 for 8, where they were just sweeping Jadeja, trying to sweep Ashwin, getting nowhere, trying to play cross batted shots and getting nowhere. But what happens in Indore? Indore was totally a different pitch. In Nagpur, the turn degree was the lowest, 2.7 degrees, and Delhi was even lower, I guess, lesser than 2.7 degrees. But we have Nagpur where the turn is big. There is big side spin. And this is the pitch that the off spinners enjoy the most. When you get the big side spin, you can even throw the ball uh, very outside of stump, like eighth stump, seventh stump, or eighth stump, and it would still go and hit the stump. For example, the ball that got Pujara bowled by Nathan Lyon in the first innings, and that was the 12th time that Nathan Lyon got Pujara out, and obviously the 13th time in the second innings. And there is no other bowler who has got an Indian batsman out so many times, 13 times. Even in backyard cricket, one guy who was elder than me for 5 years didn't get me out 13 times, even though I played with him every day. But Nathan Lyon has got Cheteshwar Pujara out 13 times. That's a big number. He has got Ajinkya Rahane out 10 times. He's got Rohit Sharma out around 7 times. Virat Kohli out 8 times. I mean, half of his wickets, 112 wickets in against India. 50 would have come against the big four of Indian batting that have been. Yeah, Nathan Lyon with his side spin, and this was a track where side spin was too much, and probably a very good pitch where the sweep shot could have been employed, but India did not employ the sweep shot. They were trying to play it with the straight bat. They were trying to play it with the angled bat, which did not work out. Not even with the angled bat. They just, if you see the dismissals in the first innings, all the dismissals were with the straight bat, except for Shreyas Iyer, who tried to play with an angled bat and he got an inside edge. So Rohit Sharma, I mean, that's a blunder of a play what he did. Try to step out to Matthew Kuhneman in the first over itself. So there were pacers bowling, and first over the spinner comes. Instead of trying to judge how much turn the spinner is going to get, he just tries to step out and go for a big hit, and the ball just explodes off the pitch. And Alex Carey has to take it here and then stump it. It was a beautiful stumping and bit of keeping from Alex Carey. Obviously, and I'm not going to talk about Nitin Menon's two wrong decisions, which allowed Rohit Sharma to, be present there. But after that, it was just a series of wickets, and everyone, Virat Kohli to, Cheteshwar Pujara to Jadeja, all just trying to play with a straight bat. Even Ashwin trying to play with a straight bat. Everyone just trying to play with a straight bat. I felt the amount of side spin that was there here. This was the pitch where you should have been playing cross batted shots, exactly what you should not have been doing in Delhi. But here, obviously, I felt the cross batted sweep shot was much needed, which was not employed at all. So I would give you some examples like you could see, I think, yes, Bharat, when he tried to sweep in the first innings, he connected beautifully. He hit two sixes that was so beautifully timed when he swept the ball. And if you see Umesh Yadav, when he came and he swept, and even in the second innings, he connected quite well actually. And he hit two sixes and one four in the first innings, and actually took India past the 100 mark, which could have been otherwise very embarrassing. And I think four sixes on slog sweeps, which added 24 runs and eventually got India to 109, which was pretty embarrassing still. 109 is a very embarrassing score. And still, I mean, as Indian fans, we believe when we see the turn, the amount of turn, we thought, okay, I think this is going to be very difficult for the Aussies. But I think Khwaja was the one who started playing a lot of cross batted shots. And, even though other players were not sweeping, but Khwaja again reverse swept, and he was the star batsman of day one, making 60 runs and uh, playing well against Jadeja, playing well against Ashwin. Uh, got to a lead 156 for 4. Of course, Jadeja with a no ball that proved to be very costly because that partnership added quite a few runs. And today, obviously, 14 wickets on day one, it's not a good sight. I mean, we want test matches to go to the weekend. We want at least one test match in a series is okay, but you don't want every test match finishing in 2.5 days. Then there is no like point of playing test matches and waiting 5 days to see a result, like you saw in New Zealand versus England at the Basin Reserve. That was a test match that all cricket fans would love, but not test match such as these, which are finishing in 2.5 days. And it's not just one test in the series. If it's one test in the series, it's okay. I mean, even Australia at the Gabba finished South Africa in 2 days, or even England finished some team in 2 days. But it's okay for one test in series, but not all tests. I mean, there have been only 7 days of test cricket played overall till now, and there will be 1 hour of test match, I guess, tomorrow. Australia are smelling victory, but yeah, they will be wary of those 75 runs. And again, talking about day two, again, India just playing with that straight bat. Now comes the question of Pujara. I saw a lot of praise about Pujara. He was completely in control. I saw Cricket 4 article, right, that he had an 88% control. I mean, it's great for individual stats, and he's a great batsman. He's a legend. Obviously, 2010 to 2018 was the period Pujara contributed heavily to India's test match totals, but it's been not so good in the last 5 years, even though he put a valiant effort at the Gabba and the Sydney to, you could argue that he was the one to save both test matches, but it was Ash and Vihari, and it was Pant. But oh, okay, he played a part. He took a lot of body blows, and uh, but what is missing from Pujara is those big knocks, which he used to play. He used to get double hundreds. He used to get 135 against England. He used to get 160, 150 scores like that. And that has been something that has been missing from Pujara. And today I felt the way he was playing, his footwork was so sharp, and he was footwork was so positive. He was reaching the ball. He was looking to rotate strike. Today was probably the day. I guess he could have scored more runs. He could have tried to attack more. Also, the fault of other batsmen who didn't stick along with him. Also, so yeah, more cross-batted shots were needed today also, and that did not come. If you see Kohli's dismissal, Ashwin's dismissal, um, and today, in fact, again, Shreyas Iyer was quite successful with the cross-batted shots. He pulled a few short deliveries, and he was able to do that. So, whenever there is side spin, it is advisable to play the cross-batted shots because you have less room for error. Like you saw KS Bharat getting bowled on his outside edge, some people getting bowled on the inside edge, Rohit Sharma getting beaten on the inside edge, Kohli getting beaten on the inside edge, and Ashwin getting beaten on the inside edge, uh, Gill getting beaten on the inside edge. So all this will not happen, if you play a cross batted shot, because just you're just swatting the across the line, and even if you mistime it like Umesh Yadav did, it's okay. I mean, you'll get caught, but there are chances that you'll score some runs. And what India needed today was to get those 25-30 extra runs. I think that was going to be enough. If India would have got a lead of 100 or 125, I think India would have won the match, just like they won it in Bangalore in 2017. If you remember that test match, India conceded a lead of 90 runs and they still gave Australia a target of 188. Thanks to Rahane and Pujara, they are also important contributors. And then they won the match by some 70 runs with Ashwin taking 6 wickets. So it could have been a similar storyline. And now, there are some good points coming from the Aussies. Like when it's really competitive and when it's really hot, you probably need Steve Smith as a captain more than Pat Cummins. Pat Cummins is good for the brand of Australian cricket to have those ideologies, but when things get under the pump, probably Steve Smith drawing, summoning all his nervous energy was able to, effectively put India under pressure. He was really focused with his bowling changes, fielding changes. The fielding was top notch. The catch taken by Steve Smith, the catch taken by Usman Khwaja. That was a beautiful catch, by the way. Usman Khwaja, I think he misjudged the height of, and then he somehow was able to grab that catch. I think Shreyas Iyer was playing beautifully. He totally turned the momentum by hitting those huge shots. But I guess he's still a little bit scared of that short delivery, and he was completely on the back foot when Stark was bowling Mitchell Stark, and that was again a very good bowling change by Steve Smith. And just as you know, Stark honed in into his stumps, he just flicked it to straight to the fielder. So it's very sad. I mean, 163 India in the second innings. I expected much better, but again, you live by the sword and die by the sword because this is the pitch you have created for the Australians. And Indore was supposed to be a batting pitch. It was supposed to be a flat pitch, and you have just changed the nature of this pitch. Uh, I mean, it's okay. Both the pitch is same for both teams. I agree, and even the Australian and English team they create pitches, the doctor pitches, obviously, but test cricket it becomes boring after a point of time. You don't feel like watching, so the games don't go into weekends. And tomorrow it's going to be one session of play, and it's going to be a shootout who wins this test match. Australia smelling victory definitely can. Ravi Jadeja again be the hero and bowl no balls. Don't ball no balls, Ravi. Can he save India somehow? We'll have to see for that. We'll again meet you tomorrow with a special panel, and we are going to explode at any result. So, bye, guys. Take care and keep following Cricket Caviar. Bye.